Starting now, 1 minute. Cool.
Alright, guys. Alright, we're gonna get started right at 2 o'clock, guys. So I just want to quickly introduce myself, guys. My name is Chad Manager. I'm a college student currently living here in Phoenix, Arizona. This is my very first Patreon stream, so this is my brand new to me. But I'm really excited to bring you guys all the knowledge I have in the space and really just explain exactly what I have to offer to you guys these services. I'm very sorry we live right on Slaughter, which is here in Phoenix, where we're in ASU country, ASU town. Like I said, from Arizona, born and raised here. Let's just do a quick little intro before we dive right into all the information. But I'm really happy you guys are here. This is, like I said, this is my very first time doing this, so excuse me, I'm a little nervous, just like always, you're always nervous on your first day at work, of course. But absolutely, guys. So definitely just hopping in. I've been investing in this space for quite a while now, guys, and been doing this since 2017. Got my Python 3 coding certification about 2 years ago. Slowly got integrated more into blockchain learning and management. I continued to code and learn, and blockchain came on my developer list, and I was really interested in learning, and I continued to learn it over the years. I just obtained great knowledge that I believe that I think is going to help you guys not only just in cryptocurrency space, but overall in your guys' overall investments and any decisions you guys can use moving forward. This Patreon that I wanted to base this around. It's definitely not just only a cryptocurrency space and a cryptocurrency friendly environment, but I definitely wanted to base this off of you take these skills that I can present, I have to offer, and you can put these towards other investments. Not even just stocks and bonds, but daily life living, anything particular that's gonna help you elevate your level of thinking. So really. Really just down to it, guys. I really just want to share my knowledge and make sure that you guys understand what's going on in this market, and just basically understand what you're what you're getting into, what you're investing in, and the education process is the really most important process that I really have to give right now, and that's why I did start this Patreon. So really diving into it, guys. I really want to make this a light intro. I didn't want to throw any crazy technical terms out there. Nothing too crazy, to throw you guys off the course. I wanted to make this nice, simple, sweet, really down to the point, and not really scare you guys off, and give you that, oh, dude, this is too much. I don't have time to learn all this. I'm never gonna learn all this. There's just too much, because every day I learn stuff every day that I didn't even know. I'm really behind the scenes. I do going for my blockchain certification right now for developing. So what that would basically mean, long story short, is I would be able to integrate cryptocurrency wallets and e-commerce wallets. So basically, just the same way you would go and pay your membership, through Apple Music, or you go pay through Amazon. I can integrate those wallets into businesses for them to now to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment. Because as you know, right now we only have a one-way street. You go to Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, MidFirst Bank. Everywhere you're going, you have only the central banks to go to. Cryptocurrency provides another outlet, for purchasing services and goods in another fashion. And really, our backs are against the wall. As people, you can't really go anywhere else to handle your money besides the big AAA banks. You can't go elsewhere, to move funds or do other things, without having to go through a third party. Them. I know I can't tell you how many times you guys have probably had a check or had birthday money, graduation, anything of large sums of money where you had to go through a bank and you process it through. They might have flagged it for some reason, might not even let it go through. Had to wait another couple days, for your money that you earned and worked for, or you were given, but it's still yours. And they just they made the whole process. Me personally, I've had terrible, just awful experiences with banks. It is, and they've proved, of course, time and time again of why they don't work. But we can go back in the time machine and go back and see, they believe this 1910, 1918. Banks ran out of money. They didn't have your money that they said they did, and next thing you know, things went in the trash. So long story short, that was just a quick explanation as to why I got into this and why I started doing this, because I just like other outlets. Everyone likes other outlets that they can go to, and there's no one likes being constricted to a one-way road. So that is one of the reasons why I really got into cryptocurrency. And another one is it's an asset. It's a store of value. It is something that is not really new, but developing and becoming more integrated inside our lives. Just like having to go back in the early 2000s and having to explain Gmail to somebody. Like, imagine you having to go back to 2000, 1998, 99. You sit down with, CEO, head boss honcho, or sitting down with your mom or dad and having to explain, hey, the internet, or Gmail, or Facebook, or MySpace. Like, that sounds so foreign to people back in those time periods. And granted, that wasn't even that long ago. That was like less than 30 years ago. It just shows the process and evolution of how fast we are actually going, really with our technological advancements as a civilization. And this is a big major step of, moving up as a civilization, is having another avenue, another avenue for finances, and having the flexibility for people to do what they choose when they choose. And of course, there are rules for everything, but there are some things that should have less lenient rules and shouldn't be, double thought of, or they shouldn't. There shouldn't be restrictions on certain things. So I'm getting a little wordy, but no worries. I just wanted to make sure you guys understand why I was in the space, what drove me in here, what drove me to do this, this for you guys. And just wanted to let you know that you guys have some experience and someone who knows what they're doing in the space to help you guys out. So really just hop into it, guys. So we're really just gonna, we'll definitely just hop into it now. So really, I jotted out a couple of notes, a little bit longer. We won't be sitting in notes the whole time, guys. We're gonna be going back and forth. We're gonna be bouncing between. I got some readings, got some nice articles. I have some doors that I want to open up to you guys, for you guys to understand what path and basically how this space connects all of us together and what it does. Because I know the media is the worst. They're always pooping on Bitcoin and making it look bad, and just not giving you the true side of what's going on, and that's what drives the shakiness and people being afraid and not understanding. Because number one, a lack of knowledge, and number two, the media is awful. The media always portrays things a little bit worse than what they are. So I'll start off at the top, so we can really just kind of bounce right into it. Intro to baby steps. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency has been called anything from stupid money to extremely risky to not being touched with a 10-foot hole. The bigger question. There's just so much that people have said, what the bigger question is with cryptocurrency. Should I be investing in it? Recently, it has been everywhere. Maybe you guys have heard about it. Maybe you haven't heard about it. Regardless, it has been sparking the media a ton. Bitcoin has been smashing through all-time highs. That is most familiar cryptocurrency as that was the number one, the one that started it all. And really, like I said earlier, guys, we're going to be bouncing back and forth between articles. I'm reading off this script just for definition and just for 100% the definition of what it is, because I like free balling and I like to explain things that I think is going to be the best for my audience, or peer to peer what I think is going to work best. But I think sticking to right now for what's going on with just strictly definitions is going to be good for right now, and then I'll free ball here and there. But let's get back to what we were saying. People just don't. There's a lot of bashing that goes on in the space, And how cryptocurrency works, I guess this is the really most important part, is understanding. Understanding exactly what this is, why it's here, how it came to be, why it's important, is really the most important part. So in order to understand cryptocurrency, you should understand the following technicals and principles. It's a digital currency that can be used to buy goods and services, but uses an online ledger with strong cryptography to secure online transactions. Much of interest in these unregulated currencies is to trade for profit, with speculators usually driving price. So where I pulled this is a bit of a bit article. I'm going to elaborate on this. So yes, as you know, you have paper dollars, you have already your dollar, and just the same way you guys use Venmo, Apple Pay, Zelle, this is the exact same thing. You keep the dollar value stays the same no matter if you send it through Venmo or Apple Pay. It's still the same. It's still the same value. It's just the form of having strictly digital currency. So as you know, paper is it's getting a little bit older, but we're gonna have paper for a little bit longer. But at least for me, I know most people my age and a little bit older, I meet very rare people who carry cash at all. It's very, very rare for anyone my age. I'm 21. I know we're getting a vast viewer base, but cash is becoming a little bit obsolete. It's becoming, people are like, I don't like this, and we have the stimulus checks coming. We've had the Federal Reserve print tons of cash. We'll definitely get into that a little bit more. I got plenty of reasons on that, but there are things that the government has done with our dollar that is not exactly appropriate for the economy. I know things have been rough, and people need this extra boost, and I'm not very much against this at all. I wouldn't know what to do if I was in that position, of course, and that's why I'm not in that position. But of course, money printing does not solve all your issues at all. But that is something that needed to be done for us, to get businesses afloat, and I guess something that we're gonna have to deal with later, and we'll definitely cover, what those consequences are and what the problems are with printing so much money and inflationary problems. So yeah, covered that, guys. Just basically just dumb it down in the simplest way for cryptocurrency. It is the network of new tokens and new integration of goods and services and payments of how we're going to be moving forward, being basically branching off from a one-way street of payment. That is how we're going to have street A down the middle. We got the banks up here, and then we're gonna have, and then we're slowly building bricks roads for Plan B over here. With a whole different sort of path of how to maneuver your finances and personal finances. And then I guess I added this in the video here, guys, for having a goal for investments. By the end of 2021, maybe you want to have 1K in your account by 2021. Me personally, I don't like the excuse of I don't have the equity or I don't have the capital to invest, because that's not any. If you ask any investor, any trader, any person who's been in the market, no one starts off with throwing $10,000 down on something they don't know and something brand new. You're going to inch into it. There's going to be things you're going to need to learn. There's research behind everything. It's not, hey, I don't have the money, I can't invest. No, absolutely not. I started with $2 a day. Simple as that. It's the little things you got to process throughout your day, in your weekly, and your monthly budgets, your weeklies. Are you a Starbucks coffee type of person? Do you like getting that Starbucks every morning? Are you an energy drink person? I'm huge. I freaking love Red Bull. Like, what are the things that are small but definitely can rack up a small bill, I guess, on the side? We got subscriptions, we got Spotify, we got Apple Music. Everything seems to be subscription based, and it seems impossible to save money when it's everything's subscription based, because things are constantly being pulled out of your wallet. So of course, guys, I do have a little bit of homework for this Patreon. Of course, you don't have to do it, but this is just my personal. These are the things. All these things that's listing I have done personally, and I still do till this day. So there, I have an Excel sheet. I have a budget plan. I know exactly how much I spend on eating out, or if I go out with friends. It's just the things you do earlier. I guess for my younger dudes and my younger gals out there. I guess 25 and below. Like I don't, these were times flying by, but. Really just monetize, what you enjoy. I'm not saying, don't enjoy your fun cup of coffee and your Red Bull energy, your Red Bull energy drinks. But if there are things that that if you tell me that you don't have the capital to invest, I'm literally gonna ask you. You can ask anyone that knows me pretty well. I'm gonna ask you, how's your daily week looking? What are you buying? What are you doing? What are you spending? What are you spending your money on? Because it seems that cup of Starbucks coffee, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, that's a pretty hefty bill each month. That's well over $100. So it's just some thoughts like that, and I never try to put. I put that out there just because I don't like the excuse, because it's all about sacrifice. It really is. So I just want to put that in there for a highlight topic. So moving on to photography, what photography is, the utilization of cryptography, the method of disguising and revealing information to ensure the user's information and security and transactions are done safely. So basically, just making sure that it's going to the right person, we're not double spending, and the ledger can identify who the payment is going to and to what. So we're going to stop right there, actually. So that is just enough looking at the notes. I'm sick and tired looking at the notes. So we are actually going to, I'm going to drag over an article that I really do enjoy, which is going to give a bit more understanding. Actually, not even understanding. Let's see what we got here. Let's see where that article goes, guys. Perfect. Here it is. Awesome. So we're going to drag this over. Perfect. And I'm going to drag this guy over as well. Awesome. Perfect. So what is blockchain? This is where we stopped, and this is where we're going to be getting into. This is where things are going to seem to get rocky, but they shouldn't. I'm going to take my time, and I'm really going to break these down for you small. Like I said, guys, this is just the intro part. It's going to seem boring. I know it's daunting, and as excited as I am, I'm settling down now. I was a little bit antsy at the beginning. Trying to be too technical. This is my first day at work. As you can tell, I'm just a little antsy, a little bit nervous, but it's part of the job. Really, we're going to be taking this slow, because this is going to be some small stuff, and it's nothing to be scared of. So just bear with me. Absolutely. So what is blockchain? What is not blockchain? So Bitcoin is not blockchain. So blockchain is not Bitcoin, but it is technical behind Bitcoin. So blockchain, just imagine, as I like these visuals. That's why I pulled this up here, because it's so much easier to have. I'm a visual learner, and I know a lot of you guys are too. And you guys are going to want to see these type of charts and really understand what you're looking at, because words can only do you so much. So basically, I like this little exercise. I have tons of articles that we're also going to go over, and we're going to try to squeeze an hour or two in, guys, also. I'm so sorry. It's so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. I gotta make sure the stream is looking good for everybody. Weird echo. Okay, awesome. Weird echo. That sounds good now. See, that's why we do the test. Let's see. That's exactly why. Audio. And sorry, video capture device as well. Awesome. I just got a message, guys. Sorry about to see if the stream was okay. I'm going to see if, make sure it's okay. Yeah, so sorry, guys. This is, I did some tests beforehand, and, it seemed okay, but, it's just how technology is. You always got to learn, and this is brand new to me as well, and, we're always going to be able to improve. So getting back to the Genesis blockchain, we are now going to go over, step by step, block by block. So basically, we're going to have Sam to Peter, the amount of 200 BTC. So as you see, we have block 1, block 2, block 3, and then N. So a blockchain is a chain of blocks which contain information, and the data which is stored inside the block depends on the type of block size. For example, A, blockchain information about the sender to receiver number of the Bitcoins to be transferred. So the Genesis block is your start block. Processing, and what it does is, how the ledger is able to tell, just as is with banks, if you have the funds or not, is it goes through the block phases. So the block phases is what it's going to do but it's going to verify and make sure that the funds are acceptable before they send them off to the address. So blockchain 1 processes to blockchain 2. It makes a mirror copy of
the transaction. So it sends a transaction through, but not actually your funds. It does a test transaction. It's basically just a dip of the spoon to test if you have those funds in there. And of course, they would rather dip the spoon in, not the real, money, test it in just in case, things weren't correct. It wouldn't, overdraft, and there wouldn't be issues on that end. So that takes away the complete need for overdraft, and it's not possible on BTC or on the blockchain with Bitcoin's technology because of these features. So I'm gonna let you guys just review this for a second, make sure this makes sense. The ledger and the blockchain is basically just a simple way of explaining it, guys. Is a whole vast network, layer of the internet that connects all these different components, all these different systems, all these different nodes and connections to everyone, who is acceptable on the blockchain. So we're going to get into exchanges and how you're going to be able to get, on the blockchain and all that jazz. Your exchanges are connected to those, so you're not going to need to be doing any coding, of course, or anything like that. So I just want you guys to understand the first layer, you have the second layer, and then you have, the base landing pad. You have, the blockchain, which supports everything of how everything is executed. It's the whole network of things. Absolutely. So cool. First, and then now we're going to move down onto hash acts as a unique fingerprint and block. So basically getting into the hash section. So all these numbers and letters, all this really means the same thing. You guys have your Face ID. You guys have your... Jeez, what else do you guys have? Oh my goodness. We had our thumbprint ID for a while on the iPhones. The hash block acts as the exact same. This is your virtual identity online for people, for the ledger and the blockchain to know exactly who you are. It's just to make sure that, funds are being sent, correctly, and, each block is, being sent to the right person, just like I explained earlier. Just a brief overview on that side. So we're going to close this just for a second, guys. And we're going to go back to the notes. Let me make sure everything's going. Just double checking, make sure everything's going good, guys. I'm just making sure. Perfect, brother. Oh, instant fix. Awesome. Cool. I think it was just I had another audio section open, and that was what's giving us the echo. So that's awesome, guys. Oof. Sorry, I'm just speaking a lot, and definitely not used to this, but I'm loving it. I'm really liking it so far. Awesome, guys. So we are gonna hop back into it. Awesome. So, okay. So just basically laying the ground rules of what we got. We basically went over just a quick overview of blockchain, how cryptocurrency works, the payments. So now we're gonna get into basically I'm gonna throw a little bit of fun in here and definitely try to explain how this can be a lot more fun. And this is not just boring technical coding issues that people like me need to know. This is for the most basic and the simplest of people. This is still an asset class, and this is still something you can hold to attain your value. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna pull up this article, which I'm gonna explain, which is a small world on NFTs. So I don't know how many gamers we have out there, how many people who play games, have brothers who play games, anyone, who does any online sort of, exchange, for real money, whether that be you play Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, and your skins are worth money. Basically, guys, what we're going to get into the NFT, the non-fungible tokens, which is the cool. I'm bringing this up just because it's going to open up some doors as to what the crypto space is coming to bring. It's not just all the boring side, but NFTs play a role in gaming. They play a role in e-commerce. They play a role in entertainment. They play a role in just so many different factors as to how payments and game systems and the overall entertainment is going to be changing with currency. So basically I'm going to be explaining this page we have here, and I know it looks confusing as to what's going on. People, most of you guys don't understand exactly what is going on here, but so as of right here we have price $15. I believe this is FIFA we're looking at right now, and the token right now is 0.012 Ethereum. So what that means is that this right here from this pack, and I played FIFA before, and if I'm saying this correctly, FIFA takes USD currency, any currency you have from your bank account. You can pay to buy packs and open up these packs just like you would with any other game. Fortnite has their online store. Steam does the same thing. Everyone does this sort of payment checkout system. And this is the exact same thing. This is nothing different. So what the non-fungible token does is that it gives you the opportunity, like I explained earlier, as the way how I integrate cryptocurrency acceptance for e-commerce and people, like these NFT boys here, for them to accept cryptocurrency as payment. Because these are still stores of value, and these still, are worth a good amount of money. So companies are now slowly starting to accept these into their businesses. Why would you not, as a business, want to accept something that is possibly, that is newer, that is very new and upcoming, but holds, if not great potential? So what most companies are going to care about, really, just reflecting on, what I do for e-commerce and what I do for work, is that ROI, their initial investment. What is this going to mean to me in the future? So I'm going to be paying you $4,000 now, for these for these wallets to accept cryptocurrency and other sorts of meaningful assets, into my business. How is this from now until 8 years from now? How is this going to benefit me and keep improving? And, how is this going to keep getting better? So, I mean, the simple way of explaining it is, as you can see here, you're already seeing people sell items of real value for cryptocurrency. So why would you not want to already integrate that into your business, or just make that acceptable already? People have been doing this for years, I believe, but now that things are becoming more adopted and becoming more widespread, this is becoming more common. I don't know if I have the article pulled up of Spotify, but here, this is a great article also. Absolutely. So look, this, I want to bring this up as well, guys, because this is something that this is amazing. Spotify, the potential to start accepting cryptocurrency as a payment. I chose the first article just because I totally didn't have it pulled up and I didn't want to waste any time. But just going over this briefly, guys, we are now looking for an outstanding associate director to join our payment strategy and innovation team. This role will report to directors, payment strategies, and innovation, and play a key role in parts of defining and implementing Spotify's payment strategy, as well as leading Spotify's activities within the Libra stablecoin project and widely digital assets in the crypto space. So what they're saying basically is, hey, we are seeing what's going on in the space. We want a piece of the pie early, and we want to have this acceptable for, us as people, the retail people, to have that other avenue to basically pay for our subscription. That's truly incredible to me, that you have a whole nother mean of payment in something as big as Spotify. And I know that's coming soon. I'm gonna have to do some more research, and I'll post that in the Patreon, and we'll definitely elaborate on that further, just because I have a ton of articles that I think are great for you guys to know. And I wanted to bring this up because this is something that, this is a whole different side of, the crypto technology and, the cryptocurrency space that is going to be coming relatively soon. Like, these are exciting times, we're young. This is something that of value, you're going to be able to do, instead of having that one-way street, like I mentioned earlier, that only one way to Bank of America, to JP Morgan, to MidFirst. That one way is no longer the option. You can now take the B way. I'm not saying banks are going anywhere, but I'm going to definitely pull up some more articles and show you guys that, the adoption is there. You've got some real big, some big players. I know you guys have heard of, I know you guys have seen PayPal. And here, look, it's already updated on their site. Absolutely. And look, they have the explanation. Why, what did PayPal announce around crypto? What is cryptocurrency? They're giving you guys the same breakdown, that I'm giving you guys right now, except, it's just a little bit lighter, just because of the, obviously you got tons and tons of millions of people coming through PayPal, and, if they don't have time to be doing the Patreon like I am and get people educated. But, you see the ripple effect. You see the effect that's going on in the world, that's getting people, excited about this. And that is just something I really wanted to, drop in there, because I think that's super, super important, and it should make you guys excited. Yeah, it should definitely make you guys excited for, what's to come. So hopping back into the notes, I guess we're just gonna go over the decentralization, what that means in general for decentralized finance. I know this is brand new. We have never seen a currency or an asset like this. We've seen decentralized I don't think we have. No, we have not. We have not seen a decentralized currency, and we have also never seen a fixed supply on the currency, and that is actually right up next. So the decentralization, as seen with Bitcoin, means all the authoritative power it's distributed among all peers on the network. There isn't just one individual for the point of failure. This is important. I'm going to bold this. This is really, really important. So, as I said earlier, I know I'm going back to the square roots, but I made those roots earlier just because they all do connect back in some similar way. There are just massive, there are three components as to what makes Bitcoin such a valuable asset and what drives people to this space for, further reasons. We've never seen a fixed supply in a currency. We have never seen a decentralized currency ever, and we have never seen a purely peer-to-peer system a financial transactional system. Venmo, yes, I guess. PayPal, yes, I guess. But not the only thing that those guys are lacking are the decentralized issues. Are the problem are the executions of, hey, you don't know who I am and I don't know who you are. That's where and that's where it becomes interesting. We've never seen something like this, and I know you guys are probably along the same as me that you're probably a little private. You like your privacy not being out there. You maybe like not having people all up in your business, especially financially. Not even just talking about friends and family, but everything you do is financially monitored, and you really have nowhere to go. There's no other way you can go. Just like it's a one-way street. It's a one-way street. So awesome. So also I'm going to cover this blockchain section just a quick. I know this is definitely getting daunting, guys. I know this is definitely a little bit harder. But it won't be like this forever. I just want to make sure that you guys understand exactly what we're getting into, and that's really just the base rules. Making sure you guys understand what you're investing in and you understand what is to come. It is a lot of information, and I know you guys' heads are probably spinning, but I promise after the stream, after I stop the stream and I get back on the Patreon, I'm going to link some real good readings, some real good understandings that's going to definitely help clear the way just a bit, because I am freeballing a lot. I have a way of explaining things that I think is going to be good for my individuals. So awesome. So getting back to the blockchain, I explained briefly, but I'm going to give you the hard definition. A blockchain is a form of distributed ledger technology known as a DLT, which is essentially a database spread over multiple operations, nodes, and computing devices, etc. So just like I said, we have the base layer, the launching pad. Everything on the launching pad is connected. This is something that's going to lift us, gets the rocket off the pad to space. It is the whole core fundamentals as to how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency works. This is the technology that powers the entire cryptocurrency space, like I said earlier, essentially a digital ledger that verifies accounts, balances, and transactions. So the same way, here I'm going to bold this, same way we are now talking about this, I talked about, just like we talked about here, I talked about just like I did up here. And then continue to move forward. There are many other uses for the blockchain outside of financial purposes, such as supply chain management, tracking, art, ownerships, and even digital collectibles. And look at that, we literally just said that. And if we went back to, where did we go for our article? Here it is. Right here, yep, and just like we did right here, the NFTs, that is exactly what we're talking about. NFT stands for non-fungible token. That is exactly what it means, but literally, just like we just talked, I kind of got ahead of myself, but just like that, it's right there. And a term related to blockchain that will also be used throughout this article is a node, and a node is an individual part of the larger data structure that is the blockchain. Without a node, the entire system will fall apart. Cryptology, blockchain help cryptocurrencies create new coins, enforce legitimate transactions, and create a secure system. So I guess really put in the simple terms of nodes really are just a little helpers that are within the blockchain. So just think of really how I think of the blockchain, guys, is really you can think of it how you can as a mine. The way people go down to the mine, get the coal, and come back out. It's the exact same structure. It really is, just minus the actual people. That's honestly really the best way I can put about it. Is the simple way humans go in, they mine the coal, put it on the truck goes out, goes to the open, loads it in a bigger truck, and then now it's distributed. If you just put those in each way, as the way I just explained, the way you send your currency to one another, the hash rate, the ledger acceptance, everything that is the 1, 2, 3 step is basically the same way as the regular mining. Step 1, go in. Step 2, go out, empty the coal into the bag, and then of course we're off to the races. Of course, that was just the lighter way of saying it, but of course, like I said, guys, I don't want to throw any crazy technology in there and make it overstimulated when it doesn't need to be, because it's a lot simpler than people make it out to be. So I guess I guess we will go through also the example of this transactional blockchain. So let's say Alex wants to send Steven $5 worth of Bitcoin. Steven sends his Bitcoin address, what's known as a hashable public key. Look at that, just like what we talked about earlier. The hash ID is what connects you to your ledger, and what connects you, that all those numbers and different letters are what makes you on the ledger. It's not you in real life, but you need to be, as keeping your self-anonymous, that is your tag for being anonymous. It is just your identity in the blockchain. This Bitcoin address is linked to whatever exchange or cryptocurrency wallet Steven set up. It looks like something like this. So just like we saw earlier, a bunch of letters and numbers and different sorts of jumbled up combinations to help keep your basically you being anonymous, and make it so you can receive and send funds to the right addresses at the right places. And then we can continue to Alex's number 2. Alex enters the address of his cryptocurrency wallet along with Bitcoin. You can send mostly any cryptocurrency. I just refer back to Bitcoin because it is the number 1 player, and without Bitcoin, nothing else would be able to have function, really. I mean, that's not true. Other things would have function, but this is the king. This is what started it all. This is what people go for majority wise. And then the amount he wants to send is 0.005 BTC, which is equivalent to just over $5 at the time. Steven receives the BTC minus a small fee, according to a Bitcoin fees info. These fees can be anywhere between 0.5 to be delivered within the next hour, or 0.58 in less than 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if Alex sends $5 or $5 million. So, make sure we're doing right. Awesome, guys. Just making sure. This is so unprofessional, guys. I'm so sorry. Like I said, it's the first stream. Just making sure that everything is going well. Audio levels and everything is checked. I'm making sure everything's cool. Absolutely. Cool. Awesome. I just got a message from my homeboy, actually. Just making sure it's cool and making sure everything's awesome. And you guys can just hear me and there's no things going on. All right. Absolutely. We're going to hop back into it, guys. Okay, yeah, and we just covered, and we just finished up covering the bottom part of Steven's. So I'm going to highlight that. So the interesting thing is, Steven receives the BTC minus the small fee. This is something that has changed over time. I know that I have a little bit of older articles and things that may not be 100 up to date in this exact section. Like I said, things change very quickly over time, but the fees that come installed, with Bitcoin sending and, and receiving, I do not believe there's any fees at all. I believe that article is a little bit wrong. But we will definitely, I'll check up on that, but that is, I believe that is wrong. I've never got a fee for receiving Bitcoin. And I don't think, depending what exchange, you might get a small fee, but I have not seen a lot of different fees on there. Alrighty, so let's see what other articles I had pulled up, guys. I guess actually I didn't even go over the all the ways crypto can make gaming more fun. Oh my goodness, I completely missed one of the main articles. Awesome. So here, let's definitely give a little scroll down as to what's going on here. Actually, this might not be it, guys. I'm so sorry. Awesome. Cool. Alrighty. Actually, let's go over the cryptocurrencies, the capitalizations, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the XRP. We're not going to get too deep into these dudes right now. Right now, this is, like I said, this is just the day one start. I promise we are going to get into all of these, and I'm going to make you guys freaking pros as to understanding what some of this means, because I know this does not make any sense. These are other sorts of cryptocurrencies of smaller market cap. And the awesome thing is every one of these cryptocurrencies plays a different role on the blockchain. So Bitcoin is used mostly now as a store of value. Digital gold is what they like to call it. So people buy and hold Bitcoin for the hedge against inflation. You know, we have printed too much money as a country, and the result of that is that the dollar valuation goes down. You know, like I said earlier, which is awesome, what makes Bitcoin so valuable and so much different than anything else in the world, even gold, is because it is a currently full fixed supply. You will have no more than 21 million Bitcoin at all. You can't. And you will have no less. Actually, okay, that's not true. Actually, we'll get on that to another topic, but I'm just going to say this now. You will have no less than 21 million. So that is a fixed supply. So, of course, as you already know, demand up, supply goes down. So what happens when supply goes down? Of course, you already know, demand goes up. And then when supply goes up and it's readily available for everybody, it's not that cool anymore. But then when you know something is not going to be around forever, and there's going to be a good chance that you won't be able to accumulate it, you know, at the prices or at the, you know, at it basically, you know, the threshold that you want is, you know, that's what drives people to buy. That's what drives the asset, and that's what, you know, keeps the money flowing. So yeah, we'll definitely go over all this, guys. Don't go too crazy over Ethereum, even though I love majority of these projects. There are a lot of things. This is just, I keep saying this, but this is just day one, and I want to make sure that you guys know this because this is a lot of information. It is a ton. I know I'm skipping all over the place, but I kind of decided, let's see how long we've been streaming. I kind of decided like 40 minutes in that we were going to, not even 40 minutes, 30 minutes in that we were just going to kind of go reckless because we just got too much. I got too much on here to not go over with you guys. And, you know, I want to try to squeeze in as much of this hour as I possibly can. So, awesome. So just like I said here, we got the finite supply, just like we talked about. You know, we can talk about why cryptocurrencies are so popular. So I believe we kind of covered that earlier, but I kind of want to go more in depth with this. So cryptocurrencies appeal to their supporters for various reasons. Just like I mentioned about the NFTs, you know, the integration of gaming and e-commerce. So not only are you now gaming, you could possibly start earning passive income from your gaming, or your already existing account is now worth real money. Like I said earlier, we already had the integration of people already selling their existing accounts for real money anyway. You know, I don't know why it took so long to, you know, to get the NFT, you know, going, and it's still not all the way here, but, you know, there will be a time, and I do promise you this, there will be a time, and it's coming probably sooner than you know, that your Xbox account or your PC account, your Steam account, or anything of worth value on the internet could possibly, and it will, like it already is, it can be exchanged for real currency or real assets. You know, you have the in-game item that is already worth real money. Why would you not be able to cash it out for real money? You've put time and effort into the game. You've paid the company for the game. You're paying either maybe a subscription. You know, if you're on Xbox Live, you know, I play World of Warcraft, so like I gotta pay a subscription, $15 a month to play. Like, why would you not want to integrate that for your customers to give them back for supporting your company? So that's just the more in-depth way of putting it as to why it's so popular and why people support some of these cryptocurrencies so much, is because they're not just asset classes for holding. They're also for, you know, withstanding value. You know, like you've paid for the game. Why would you not want to kind of be rewarded for, you know, putting, you know, your time and effort in the game? Or you've supported Sony for 12 years of your life. You supported Microsoft for, you know, 15 years of your life. You know, like there are things that cryptocurrency can incorporate that the banks cannot. You know, that cash, you know, the savings account is one. You know, the savings account, the APY on banks are, they're not good. They're not good at all. You know, like, that's just not good that you're, you know, that sometimes your biggest amounts of money can sit in a savings account that is supposed to be high yield, and then, you know, at the end of the month you only collected 50 cents off $2,000 or something, you know, or even something crazy like that. I've seen some crazy low yields, guys. It's truly unreal. So this basically the reason this just makes me so excited, and the reason I really just wanted to bring all this in for you guys, is because I want to open up as many doors in your guys' head as possible for what to do in this space, what to expect in this space, what to understand in this space, because it's so much deeper than just buying and holding, or just just buying because everyone else is buying, or just buying. I want you guys to really understand what this is, because once you really understand what this is to bring, it makes you excited, and it makes you want to stay up at night, and it makes you want to learn more and do more and continue to learn, because these things, eventually, possibly soon. I mean, hey, I don't know how much time you maybe have put in some games, or you might have a valuable item in your Xbox library or your Steam library that you didn't even know was worth that much money, or you didn't even know it could be exchanged for, half or, $4,000 worth of Bitcoin, and it doesn't even just stop on the game side. You have art collections, you have people who make art and, crypto art, that's a big thing coming around now, is that, even myself, I have it in my bio, I'm a commercial media marketer and a graphic designer, in some of my free time, and, majority of my free time. And, there comes a time to where I can, list my artwork, and shoot, I can get paid in cryptocurrency, and, I can get paid through these, external payment systems. And I think that is absolutely awesome. And, once you just find your own avenue and, what you think is cool to you, it becomes so much easier, because that makes the engagement that much easier. So, all right, I know I went off on a rant right there, guys, but that is just that's one of my top reasons why I am really, I just love this space so much, is because we are getting just so many different type of developers and projects, of ways of giving back to people who already are investing in themselves and investing in companies. Why would you not want to be rewarded for, spending already $60 on a game, a AAA title, and, spending your time, playing the game? Who doesn't want to be, rewarded for that? So, all right. And then I guess we will, we're going to hop down to some benefits and drawbacks as well. We're going to I'm done with this right after this section, guys. We're going to hop on back onto the articles, because I got a little bit more I want to share with you guys before we clock out. I want to make sure we're good on time too. Yeah, we got 45. We got about 15 minutes left. Freaking awesome. Let me make sure I got all my articles in line, because I got a couple real good ones that I think are really good for you guys. Awesome. PayPal. Okay, perfect. Awesome. We'll hop onto that when we are done with this section. So the benefits and drawbacks, I'm just going to read this word for word, and then I'll stop when I think it's appropriate. So, and we'll elaborate as well. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go, dude. Exactly, Jake. Exactly, man. I didn't even see your comment, man. I wasn't even looking over. I was so invested in the camera. Exactly. People are already selling multi. They're already selling these type of things, man. And it's something that, you already, and I know you're a Madden player, and, this is something that you can get paid for, 100%, no doubt. Why would you not want to get paid for something that you already have spent money and hard-earned money on? So absolutely, that's a great way. Absolutely, dude. They do it all. So we're going to hop into the benefits and drawbacks. Due to their political independence and essential and principal data security, cryptocurrencies users enjoy benefit not available to users of traditional fiat currencies, such as the US dollar and the financial system that those currencies support. So I guess let's elaborate that just for a second. So even just like they said, the benefits and drawbacks, I have a link as to where these articles are. Oh, actually, here, I think I'll take a look at that link after. I have a side for every one of these readings. But due to these, political independence, it's a lot of these, I wouldn't even say a lot of these securities, these are brand new to governments. Governments are, and they are siding with us. This is something that cannot be shut down. And let me even take a step back before I even get that deep in that section. The integration that we have with cryptocurrency in this ledger, this has been evolving technology. This has been around ever since the start of the internet. This has been here. This has been developing. You may have not heard about it. It has been a very sleeping giant when it really comes to the benefits of cryptocurrency in the ledger. And people have known of the ledger. They've known of this technology. They've known of these things, but it really has just been the act of understanding what this technology does and how to use it. Like I said earlier, the very beginning of the stream, the internet was the exact same thing. We can actually just let's pull up a clip, actually, guys, of what, I actually needed to show this to you guys, so we can understand exactly what this does. See if we can find a early clip. Oops. Let's see if we can find a. Oh, this is hilarious. Yep. Stevens. Exactly. Oh. Exactly. So. Email, cyberspace. You know, they're doing all the base they can. You know, we're gonna script through this a little bit. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, of course, guys, but. Yeah, it's truly unreal. Early 1990s, it the same way the base way I'm explaining this to you is the same way they were doing it early in those days. You know, it is just it's the adoption, and it is just the lack of understanding that, you know, that some of these governments have, and as we develop and, you know, we keep teaching, it will continue to get better. Absolutely. So let's go down. I wanted to show you guys that because I thought that was just important about how it was going. On the other hand, cryptocurrencies come with a host of risks and drawbacks, such as liquidity and value, volatility that don't affect many fiat currencies. Additionally, cryptocurrency and frequently used to flash its gray and black market transactions, so many countries can view them with distrust or outright being anonymous. So this is where the big hate comes from the governments. So this is why, you know, we see so many, we have so many people, you know, bashing the crypto space, don't want to accept it, want to push it off. They want to do all these things to keep this from coming. Because what does change do? You know, change is new, and new things make people uneasy. You know, no one likes hopping into new things and not knowing what's going on. No one likes being confused. No one likes not knowing, really. And that's the big issue with some of these big governments, is that they just simply do not understand. And, you know, with that being said, this technology is going to continue to advance, and that there are going to be rules that they may need to apply, you know, for the cryptocurrency space. But the hard thing is that there aren't a lot of things that you can do to control this space, you know, and it was built and it was made for a peer-to-peer system. It's made for you and I. It's not made for anyone to control or anyone to manipulate, because we have so much of that already. We see it with the banks. We see it with the printing. We see it with almost every aspect of life of how, you know, you get anything done of finances. It is controlled heavily, very, very heavily. And there's not much you can do either. I just can't say how many times I've been in a bank situation and I can't do anything because it's truly out of my control. And the distrust and outrageous, anonymity, governments don't like that. Governments don't like their people, they don't like their people doing things that they can't track. You know, the government likes having control because that's what their job is. It's to maintain control and order. But to an extent, where does your control and order stop? You know, where does your control and order get a break? You know, where does the freedom come for peer-to-peer? And that's what this is introducing now, is this exact thing, is peer-to-peer anonymity, is things that we can do between you and I that has no issue and no effect of anyone else. So I know that was definitely a lot, guys, and, you know, we're still going. We just have a couple minutes, and I know I skipped around a lot, but I really wanted to just open up some doors through the NFTs, through the ledger, through the blockchain, to cryptography, through the decentralization, through all these things we talked about today, guys. I want to just make sure that you just took away, and honestly, I don't even want to like be like that teacher, but like I'm not even really like a teacher. I'm just a dude on the internet like talking about what he loves and how, you know, I want you guys to have this information because it's better to be ahead of the curve than behind the curve. But I want you guys, I got actually one thing that you want you guys, so actually no, three things. So first, I think we mentioned it up here, I want you guys to have a goal for next week. So we're here. We're gonna type this down here. We're gonna have, you don't have to hop in right now. Of course, we're gonna be going through this exchange setups of, I'm gonna walk you guys through the whole setup process of Coinbase, and if you wanna go through that depth, we're gonna run it through all together. This was just the first day, but I will be posting. I'll post schedules for next week. I'm gonna post Discord information. So it's so important, guys, that you guys get linked up to the Discord. If you guys do choose to be, if you guys do choose to go to the Patreon route and join the Discord, you can also join the Discord completely free. You do not need to be a patron to be in the Discord, but there are definitely features in the Discord that are going to be beneficial for you to have. It's a whole community. I use Discord for work. It's a whole community of engagement. You're gonna have other people in there to talk to, not even just me, just because I'm not on all the time. But I post articles in there. I post readings, charts. I post just everything that is gonna have you passively wanting to learn. So, you might get off work, 8 o'clock, you might be tired or whatever. Oh, let's hop in the Discord, see what happened today. Oh, dude, Trent posted daily news, or, Trent posted an article of so-and-so, and, I'm going to recommend things that I think are great readings. And, of course, I hardly, suggest you guys venture out and do your own research and find something in the space that makes you very interested. There's nothing better than you going into something vast and so large and not just going into the immediate pit of, I just want to buy this because it's an asset and it makes me money. No, it's just, there's a lot more, it's a lot deeper than that. And once you get the joy of understanding why this space is so rapidly developing, why this space is being so integrated so rapidly, why people can't shut up about it, there are obvious tools and things that are in this space that will change your life and will elevate your life 100%. So that is just definitely just my brief overview as to definitely for some thoughts, some about over the weekend, is to definitely do some light research, look up some things in the crypto space that you enjoy. If you like NFTs, if you like the idea of gaming and having tokens and real money for your games, do some light research on that. If you want to learn more about the ledger and how that works with the decentralized and how that technology is really utilized and how it came to be, absolutely. I will definitely put some links up in the Patreon and in the Discord. I'll definitely make a post after this as well. So definitely let's put that down just for one. Let's do investing goals. Let's do obviously something realistic. I always tell you guys to strive for the highest you can. Of course, dude, you want to be a millionaire? Nothing's stopping you. Absolutely freaking not. Are you joking me? Absolutely not. But definitely realistic for your situation and what's going on. If you want to have, this weekend's goal or this week's goal, you want to, just basically understand NFTs, or you want to understand these non-fungible tokens. That's great. But any sort of small goal for this week that can be good. So let's say investing goal. Let's say like $100 a week. It's just a quick overview for you guys. And then let's see what else. What other goals can we? Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just start off small with that for this week, guys. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, and of course, you guys can do your own, research and feedback, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say and what you guys found. Anything you guys find, I'd love to hear in the Discord or type back on the Patreon site. I'd love engaging with you guys and giving you guys any, any talks we can outside of, just the live stream. Alrighty, guys. See, we're just clocking in at, that's just the live. We're actually not even done yet, which is awesome. We just got a little bit more to do, guys. I know this has been a ton. This has been a lot. Just to show you, I guess, what is to come, I guess I can give you guys a sneak peek as to what we have planned for the upcoming weeks. So the first week, just today, Friday, I'll have a schedule for next week as well. So I think we are going to do Tuesday, Thursday, guys. I'll do a poll up, and I'll see what time I think is going to work for you guys. I'll do a poll and see what you guys want. And also for learning steps, I'll be doing polls, and, you guys will tell me what you guys find interesting or you guys want to learn more about within this space, and we can do overviews on that as well, which is completely fine. I just want to make sure that we had the base level out of the way. We had I just wanted to open some doors, give you guys that that gear turning thoughts and all those rapid thoughts as to just get your head turning. And we might do something very small integration next week on Tuesday. Just depends how many people we get, how many newer people we get flooding in this weekend, and beginning of next. But I definitely want to get you guys in a little bit quicker with all the information that's going on. There's a lot that's going on, but it's nothing too hard that you cannot understand. Week 1, we just had the beginning comfortable, volatility, understanding investments. I think we covered that. Understanding of investments, Bitcoin, bigger purpose, future of money, etc. Getting the wheels turning. I think we did a good job of that today. I know I threw a lot at you guys, but this should open. And with this space, you guys got to be comfortable with being confused and having questions, because this is something that is not easily grasped, of course. And actually, movie recommendations, guys. I actually have 2 YouTube films completely free. They're on YouTube. These are them right here. I'm going to post them online and also on the Patreon as well. Completely free on YouTube. They're like an hour, like 20, an hour 30, I think each. Not even, I don't even think even. These are the rise and rise of Bitcoin. So basically the whole timeline from the very beginning and on to current day, and the banking with Bitcoin. So that goes actually behind the minds of the banks and all some of the big SEC, some of the big dudes who are really, turning heads and, doing things, to make this space acceptable. We've had multiple government officials, in the U.S. at least. I don't know if it was Pelosi or, so many governors. I'll go back and refresh real quick, but I do know there were some governors with the campaign of Biden who were definitely more crypto friendly. I know one of the Wall Street head SEC chairmans is very crypto friendly, huge in the space, has probably been there for multiple years, and he controls a lot of the actions as to what can be qualified as the REITs, qualified as the index funds. The integration is coming quickly, and I definitely want to get you guys up to speed in a good manner, in an educational manner, but also have you guys kind of just spread your wings and also be incorporated here. But I really just like to get you guys' heads turning and really make you think hard, because I think critical thinking is what drives great ideas. Like that's what drives amazing ideas. Absolutely. So, alrighty, guys. I think we are going to wrap up. I have the movie recommendations, the exchanges, where you should I think we're all good, guys. I don't want to keep going. I hope this first stream was valuable, and I hope this was super helpful. I know my camera just cut off. I think the battery just died. Definitely got to work on that, because I think they only have about an hour and a half each. But no worries. We will definitely be back next week, guys. Look out for my post, and I'm so glad that you guys got to be in here today. Thank you for sticking with me through all the all the technical difficulties, the small at the beginning, and definitely just me learning this as a person as well. This is my first go around with being live and really explaining, and things will continue to develop and become better, more fluent. Absolutely. Just wanted to, like I said, intro, get your guys' head turning, and make sure you guys you can get some critical thinking for the weekend. So look out for my Patreon post, guys. I definitely might have some small little homework assignments, nothing major. It's all just for you guys' fuel. It's all fuel for the brain, and just get you guys turning and get you guys excited, because I'm really excited to get this started and keep this going for you guys. Alrighty, guys. I really appreciate it. We will definitely be talking over at Patreon, and I hope you guys stay safe, please. You guys are freaking awesome, and I'll talk to you guys soon.